Life is short. We often live as if we have forever, as if tomorrow is guaranteed, as if the opportunities waiting today will still be standing tomorrow. But the truth is, every tick of the clock is a reminder that our time here is limited. We waste so much energy on grudges, on regrets, on fears that hold us back, forgetting that one day there will be no more chances to start, no more time to say the words we never spoke, no more space to chase the dreams we kept postponing. Life is not meant to be lived on pause. It is not meant to be a rehearsal. It is the one chance we get to love deeply, to serve honestly, to give fully, and to walk boldly in the purpose placed inside us. Each sunrise is a gift. Each breath is a chance. Each moment is a piece of eternity passing through our hands, and what we do with it defines not just our days, but the legacy we leave behind too. Value every moment, because time once gone never returns, is more than just a reminder. It is a principle that reshapes the way you live, think, and act. Most people walk through life unconsciously, treating each day as if it were just another number on the calendar, as if life were an endless resource. But time is not endless. It is the most fragile and most precious gift we are given, and yet it is the one thing we often waste without realizing the cost. Unlike money, possessions, or opportunities that can circle back or be rebuilt, time is one direction only. Once a moment passes, it is gone, and no force in the world can bring it back. That is why understanding the value of each moment is the first step toward living a meaningful life. When you truly grasp that reality, you begin to notice the weight of the small things that seemed insignificant before. A conversation with a loved one, a smile at a stranger, the courage to speak your truth, the choice to pursue something you believe in. These are not random fragments, these are the bricks that build the story of your life. We spend too much of our time waiting for the big things to happen, believing that one day in the future we will suddenly start living. We think happiness will come when we land the dream job, when we move into the bigger house, when the bank account reaches a certain number, or when people finally recognize our worth. But in chasing after those big milestones, we forget that life is not lived in those rare moments of celebration alone. Life happens in the everyday seconds that flow quietly and slip away while we are too distracted to notice. Every laugh, every tear, every decision, every second of stillness, every choice to act or to remain silent is shaping you and shaping the meaning of your existence. The value of life is not measured by the years you live, but by the moments you lived fully, the moments where you were present, alive, and true to yourself. Think of the people who reached the end of their days. Rarely do they talk about the titles they held, the numbers in their account, or the possessions they owned. What they recall with emotion are the moments holding their child for the first time, the nights they laughed until they cried, the mornings they sat quietly watching the sunrise, the acts of kindness that made them feel human, the mistakes that taught them strength. They remember moments because moments are what time is made of, and once they are gone, the chance to live them again is gone too. When you understand that truth, you begin to approach every moment differently. You stop living as if tomorrow is promised and start living as if today is the only guarantee you have. Too many of us delay living. We say, "I'll start when I'm ready. I'll try when the timing is right. I'll forgive when I feel like it. I'll speak when the opportunity comes." But life doesn't wait for our perfect timing. It moves on, and in waiting we lose chances that never return. The opportunity you missed today may not show up again. The person you didn't call may not be here tomorrow. The dream you keep postponing may never have the same spark when you finally decide to act. To value every moment means to live without delay, to recognize that the only time you truly own is now. When you really see the shortness of life, it changes the way you respond to challenges. Many people waste months or even years carrying grudges, feeding resentment, and holding bitterness in their hearts, as if time itself owes them space to remain angry. But when you value your time, you understand that holding on to anger is one of the most costly wastes of life. Every second spent in hatred, jealousy, or regret is a second you could have spent in peace, in joy, in building something meaningful. Life is too short to spend it reliving pain over and over again. To value your moments is to free yourself from the prison of negativity and to make the choice of peace, even when it's hard, because your time is worth more than feeding wounds that cannot heal by themselves. Valuing time also brings clarity to what truly matters. Look around you. How much of your day is filled with things that don't add value to your soul? How many hours do we lose scrolling, comparing, judging, chasing meaningless validation, drowning ourselves in distractions that don't feed our growth? Each of those hours is gone forever. Imagine looking back on your life and realizing you wasted years watching other people live instead of living your own story. To value every moment is to be intentional, to cut away the noise and invest yourself in things that matter. Your family, your dreams, your growth, your faith, your purpose. Because at the end of your life, those are the only things that will matter. Time also teaches us gratitude. When you understand that each moment is a gift you will never hold again, you begin to notice blessings that once went unnoticed. You see beauty in the morning light, in a shared meal, in a word of encouragement, in the health that allows you to move, in the strength that allows you to fight through hardship. Gratitude deepens your experience of each moment because you stop rushing past life and instead learn to sit in its richness. And gratitude itself becomes a way of multiplying time, because when you are thankful, you expand the depth of each second instead of wasting it in complaint. To value every moment also means to stop living for appearances and start living for truth. So many people waste years of their lives pretending, trying to impress others, chasing standards that don't belong to them. But those years vanish, and in the end, nothing is more tragic than realizing you spent your limited time living someone else's dream instead of your own. When you value time, you strip away the masks and ask yourself, what do I really want? What do I really believe? How do I want to be remembered? And then you live with that honesty, because there is no time to waste on lies. Every second matters, not because every second is dramatic or monumental, but because every second carries the potential to shift your life. A single choice made in a single moment can rewrite your entire story. One word spoken at the right time can heal a heart. One act of courage can open doors you thought were impossible. One decision to forgive can restore peace that years of bitterness destroyed. One choice to keep going when you wanted to quit can create a future you never imagined. This is the power of moments, and this is why time must be treasured like gold. And when hardships come, valuing time changes your perspective. Instead of asking, why me? You begin to ask, how can I use this moment? You see even pain as part of the gift of time, because pain teaches, grows, and shapes you if you allow it to. Time spent in suffering can be transformed into wisdom, into compassion, into resilience. Nothing is wasted when you choose to value every moment, because even the difficult ones carry lessons that strengthen your character and prepare you for the future. Valuing time is not about rushing or trying to do everything at once. It is not about cramming your days with endless activity. It is about presence. It is about being fully alive in whatever you are doing, whether it is working, resting, loving, serving, or creating. When you are present, you give yourself to the moment completely, and in doing so, you honor the time you have been given. Presence transforms ordinary seconds into extraordinary memories, because you were awake enough to experience them fully instead of letting them pass unnoticed. The truth is, life is not promised. Every breath is borrowed, and that awareness should not make us fearful, but intentional. It should awaken us to live with urgency, not in panic, but in purpose. To love the people in front of us, to chase the dreams burning in our hearts, to forgive quickly, to give generously, to speak boldly, to live authentically. Because time is a river that never flows backward. Every second that passes is a piece of your life written into history, and the pen is in your hand now. When you wake in the morning, remember that this day has never existed before and will never exist again. It is yours to shape, yours to use, yours to value. When you speak to someone, remember that moment of connection is unique and will never come back in exactly the same way. When you face a challenge, remember that the decision you make in that moment could open paths you never dreamed of. Every second is alive with potential, and every moment you value is a moment that adds depth, richness, and meaning to your life.